All the cameras good? Okay. Yeah, we'll take questions for Juanjo.
How is the partnership with Robinson coming along right now?
Me he sentido muy cómodo con él. Creo que hemos tenido buena química a lo largo de estas semanas de pretemporada. Nos hemos entendido bien, a pesar del idioma, que no es una barrera. Nos sabemos entender bien, hablamos de cosas puntuales que nos pueden beneficiar tanto a los defensas como a todo el equipo, y creo que esa va a ser una buena mancuerna.
Yeah, I feel comfortable playing with him. I think we've had a good relationship and we're building good chemistry in these weeks of preseason. So even though we speak a different language, it's not an issue. We're able to communicate the things that we need to. So I think we're working through that in preseason, and I think we can be a good duo.
You scored 6 goals last year. Which one of y'all is going to score more this year, you or Miles?
Ojalá que podamos anotar más. Lo dije anteriormente, creo que este año el énfasis va a ser más que nada sumar puntos como equipo, y bueno, esperemos que ahora en vez de hacer goles, no recibir tantos goles.
Well, hopefully we can score, but I've said it, and I think the emphasis this year is just about getting as many points as we can as a group. So it's about scoring goals, but it's also about not conceding as many goals.
¿Cuál es el objetivo en esta pretemporada grupal? O sea, de cara a esta temporada regular, ¿qué ha cambiado? ¿Cuál es el objetivo?
Bueno, el objetivo creo que es el mismo, es pelear por todos los torneos que juguemos, porque este club, los jugadores que tenemos así lo exigen. Y bueno, últimamente estas 2 semanas hemos trabajado mucho defensivamente, algo que quizás nos faltó un poco el torneo pasado. Se ha puesto mucho énfasis. No sé si ahora vieron la práctica que todos estamos corriendo, todos estamos luchando, estamos defendiendo los 11, no solamente los de atrás. Creo que es el énfasis en esta pretemporada. Creo que estamos por buen camino y esperemos que pronto se pueda ver reflejado.
I think the objective this season is the same. We want to compete for every competition that we're playing in, because that's what this club and the players who are here demand from ourselves. But also I think we've put a lot of emphasis on defending so far this preseason. So as you guys can see out here, what we're doing today, everybody's running, everybody's fighting, and that's something that we've been working on so far.
I know you didn't play too much with Brad last year, but what has your relationship been with him now that you've gotten together the more training sessions with him?
Sí, al igual que Miles, ha habido buena comunicación, buena relación con él. Con Brad es una persona que empuja a los compañeros, que quiere mejorar al igual que todos, que es de la gente grande que tenemos, es de los líderes, y hay que escucharlo porque bueno, él como arquero ve muchas cosas que los de campo no vemos, y aparte de su experiencia sabe ayudarnos de buena manera. Es un líder positivo y también he tenido mucha comunicación con él en los entrenamientos, en ciertas situaciones que hemos logrado entendernos con él también.
Just like with Miles, the communication and understanding with Brad has been very good. Brad's one of the leaders of the group. He's one of the older guys. He's very vocal, so he's always communicating with us, and we're all listening to him because he's playing behind us. He's seeing everything, and he's always yelling out what we need to do. So the communication and understanding is really good.
How could you be better this year? What is it you're working on in the preseason?
Hablando yo personalmente, bueno, ayudar al equipo como lo intenté el torneo pasado, ya sea con goles, que bueno, la verdad no esperaba hacer tantos, pero nada, mi objetivo es como equipo estar en los primeros lugares, pelear por todos los campeonatos, como dije, y nada, pelear por copas, pelear por torneos, que al final por eso es lo que estoy acá.
To help the team, just like I tried to do last season in whatever way I can. I didn't expect to score as many goals, but just to help the group as best I can. And as a group, our goals are to compete for all the tournaments that we're in, to be in the highest places that we can in the table. So yeah.
Juanjo, what are your thoughts on Noah Cobb and his performance as a young center back?
Es un buen jugador, sinceramente. es joven, viene de la academia y la verdad que se ha adaptado bastante bien a lo que nos pide Gonzalo. Es un chico que trabaja, que es serio y bueno, creo que va por buen camino.
He's a good player, a young player coming out of the academy who's adapted really well to everything that Gonzalo and the coaching staff is asking of him. So I think he's on a very good path.
Are you excited the team is going to go to Mexico for training?
Sí. Siempre es bueno volver al país de uno. Y sí, estoy emocionado porque ya se vienen partidos de preparación. Estamos emocionados todos para ver cómo es el funcionamiento de lo que hemos venido trabajando y bueno, va a tocar ahora el sábado la primera prueba.
Yeah, it's always nice to go back to your home country, but I'm also excited for these preseason matches to see where we are and work and to see how we're doing with some of the things that we've been working on as a group. And we've got the first test on Saturday.
Hopefully it'll be warmer.
Yeah. Anything else?
La última, ¿cómo debe regresar el equipo después de esta gira en México? O sea, ya hablaste de lo que están tratando de trabajar, pero ¿cuál es el objetivo en términos de, después de México, llegar acá? ¿Dónde debe estar el equipo?
Bueno, creo que día con día hemos intentado dar nuestro máximo nivel. Con Gonzalo hemos hablado que hay que buscar el estándar más alto individualmente para que eso lleve a un buen resultado colectivo. Y creo que no solo después de México, sino día con día esperamos estar en nuestro más alto nivel todos para que el equipo se pueda ver bien, obviamente. Y creo que después de los partidos amistosos que tengamos, el cuerpo técnico va a evaluar el funcionamiento, que al final eso es lo que estamos tratando de hacer, funcionar bien como equipo. Después pienso que los resultados van a acompañarnos.
Not just in preseason, but in general, I think everyone this year is trying to get to our best level. So personally, everyone's trying to be at the highest level that they can, because that will then help the collective. So in these preseason games, the coaching staff is looking at what we're working on, and just we'll continue to build from there.
Y el 11, yo sé que el 11 no está confirmado, pero ¿sentís que acá están todas las posiciones abiertas, está todo el grupo peleando por los mismos puestos a este tipo de competencia?
Sí, por supuesto. Todos tenemos la oportunidad día con día, para que el cuerpo técnico nos vea. Incluso los jóvenes están entrenando muy bien, están empujando bastante bien para que puedan ser tomados en cuenta. Y pienso que nadie se debe sentir seguro con su lugar. Eso hace que el grupo todavía se exija más y nos empujemos unos a los otros.
We're all here training every day, giving our best. Nobody's position is secured on the team. I think everyone's working hard. We've got young guys and all of us who are trying to take those spots. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
All the cameras ready? Everybody good? All right, go ahead. Questions for Brooks? This has, I'm guessing, not the experience you thought you were going to have with Atlanta United since you arrived. How important is it this team gets a good preseason in and gets off to a good start this season in order to improve the probability of making the playoffs?
Yeah, it's always very important to start the year off with a great preseason, and so far we've done that every single day. The attitude's been great in training, the execution and what the coaching staff wants from us, we've done so well. So that's how you build, and building blocks to have a successful season and end up getting into the playoffs. You have to start from somewhere, and that's in preseason, and we've done that so far.
Brooks, first of all, my condolences from the past in advance. How have these days been for the team, and after hearing the news, and how did you find out, and how is this team going to honor him this season?
Yeah, it's very, very sad to hear about Anton, and he was our family member and our brother, and playing with him for so long here at Atlanta United, so many joyful moments with him, and my heart goes out to him, his family and all of his loved ones. So it definitely did hit us pretty hard. I know we took training off when we found out, and that was definitely the right decision from the coaching staff and from around the league to honor him and pay our respects. And yesterday there was a great service in Charlotte. Like I said, to honor him and his family, and my condolences go out to him, that whole situation.
And seeing the reaction in Charlotte from the fans, the team, what does that say about him? Like, you know him well. What is that sort of the love that they've showed him in his memory? What does that say about Anton Walkes?
And yeah, it means that he was a brother, a friend. Everyone, lit up when he came into any room. He's such a down-to-earth young man, and just gone too soon, and just definitely heartbreaking. And I think it's a thing for us and our team to kind of use that as almost fuel for this season, that you never know, what can happen in life. And so every day that you step on the pitch, give your all for the crest, for the badge, for this entire organization, and just be a good person off the field. And that's kind of the culture that Gonzalo has wanted us to start, is just be a good person off the field, be a good teammate, work hard for one another on the field, and that we can learn from Anton from that.
Are there any changes to what Pineda is expecting from the fullbacks this season?
A little bit. We've worked on a couple things in training that we're gonna probably see in games this season. But like I said, we're early in preseason. We're only 2 or 3 weeks in, and we still got a long ways to go till February 25th, first game of the season. So we're trying different things, working on different movements and patterns to get it right once the season starts.
What have you seen from Jackson? He's, again, coming into the preseason as the only healthy striker on the roster. What improvements have you seen, if any, from him from last year to this year?
Yeah, and Danny Zabato is also been doing very well as well. But yeah, Jackson's he's got another opportunity to show himself in preseason. These are the opportunities as a young player that you want to play in these preseason games that are going to be coming up, and to show the coaching staff that he deserves to be on the field. And I think he's been training well. He's had the right attitude, and I hope he can do his best as he possibly can in those games.
What has it been like? I know we asked you so many questions about Joseph over the years.
Yeah.
He's moved on. How does the team move forward, and how has the team just adapted to him not being around and having to not replace him, but accept the change?
Yeah, it's I wish all the best to Joseph, and I'm happy to see him go to Miami and a new challenge for him. He was so successful here at Atlanta United. So I'm happy for him on his move. But yeah, now that he's gone, other people have to step up, and not only on the field but in leadership roles. He was a guy that had been here basically from the beginning, so he had a huge impact in the locker room with the fan base, and so it's an opportunity for myself and other people in the locker room to step up as leaders and show that we can be successful here in Atlanta United. And no matter what players are on the field, everyone has to give their all, and we have to win.
What do you think? I mean, the fans are asking, like, what is this team going to? What will it look like when the 2022 season starts? A lot of changes, Joseph gone and all that, and still not a number 9 really established. I mean, internally, I know you're fighting for every title and you want to make the playoffs. What is the sense around the team that what is a realistic expectation and growth from last year to this year for this squad?
Yeah, there was obviously a lot of changes this offseason inside our locker room. But with the front office, with the addition of Garth, we trust those guys in doing their job and bringing replacements in for the guys that ended up going separate ways. And us as players, we can only focus on what we can control, and that's showing up here every day, listening to what the coaching staff wants from us, putting our all into every training, into every preseason game, and that's how you form a team. And I think right now the culture and the vibe in the locker room is very positive, and I'm super excited for 2023. I think it's going to be a successful year for us.
How do you think you get back in the national team picture? Not part of this January camp, but that's got to be a goal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you had to do personally?
Yeah, I appreciate that question. It's a goal and dream of mine to be involved with the United States. So very disappointed, not to get called into this January camp. But I'm going to keep my head down, keep working hard, continue to do my job on the field with Atlanta United, and hopefully I can do enough to show the United States men's national team coaching staff that I deserve to be there, because I know my qualities, I know how good I am, and I'm just going to continue to work on myself, and hopefully that opportunity comes, and if it does come, I'm ready to take full advantage of it.
Did you have any conversations with the coaching staff about why they didn't call you up?
I did. I had a conversation with some of the coaches on the U.S. team, and they're looking at different bodies, different guys coming in, and I respect that decision. But like I said, I want to be in every single camp, no matter what the reason is. I want to be one of the first names that's being called in, and I have to do that through my performances on the field. And so I gotta get out there and do my job.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.